about a week ago, I announced that I hit first spot on the UK global ladder, and yeah, I still hold first place, which is cool. But man, the struggle these last few days. This guy called Steven comes out of nowhere, hits 1700, forces me to hit 1700, and then since that I've just had to win so many battles to just keep passing him because this guy keeps passing me. So like I said, as of now, I'm ahead of him. For some reason I've had to win more battles, I'm not sure why. But I'm nearly top 100 in the world, which I think is kind of impressive because I only started VGC last month. So I'm going to keep climbing, see what I can get up to. The Steven guy's probably going to try overtake me again. Anyway, the battles I did, well, the last few battles I did, and one of the most recent battles I had was against my opponent here, Exit. And this Exit guy, at the time, like, I was his score was high, checked it out, it turns out to be top 10 in the world, and I'm just like, oh great, like, I need a win. I don't need like someone who's gonna absolutely wreck me and set me back. So yeah, my opponent here, Exit, I'm gonna be versing him, and I had to make, I had to make sure I win this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead, lead out with Landorus Thunderous. Well, the guy with the creepy avatar is just gonna lead out with Coco and Salamence. So here I'm just like, alright, well, looking at their Pokemon, I need to set up a Tailwind because Coco over here gets its terrain up. Zapdos is not going to benefit from that, and Salamence gets his Intimidate up. So I already can see that his Pokemon are faster than mine. My Intimidate comes in second, so I'm just like, okay, well, Tailwind is a priority here. If I want any chance to win this match, Tailwind has to come out. So this turn my Landorus wasn't looking too good at -1. I'm going to go ahead and recycle that. Aegislash can come in. It can sit pretty nicely up in here because like it's not much I think they can do to Aegislash, and I doubt that. I mean, if he was going to go for the HP Ice towards Landorus, Aegislash can take that quite nicely. He's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, so I know Salamence is definitely the Mega, and he's going to bust out the Z move, which according to like watching this animation, I was like, oh, I don't. This isn't the Electric Z move. This is the exclusive Z move to the Tapus. So it's going to use this Z move here. I don't actually know what it's called. It's like Aloha Guardian or something. Guardian of Aloha. And this big like gummy jelly monster just comes out of the ground, and he's just like, I don't know what he was doing under there, but he's just going to go sit on his head and like, I believe he's going to fist my Zapdos if that's what's happening here. I assume that's what's happening. That's going to do a decent amount of damage. Can't one hit KO. Citrus Berry here coming in clutch. I'm just going to heal up, and he goes for the Dragon Pulse towards Zapdos. So his game plan here was to double into the Zapdos so I can't set up a Tailwind. Luckily for me, I ditched Roost for the Citrus because Citrus has helped me out so many times. This is like proof how clutch it can be, and Citrus is going to help me get off that Tailwind. So unlucky for him, he can't do shit. He's going to protect, and I'm just like, okay, well, I wasn't going for that slot anyway. I know I went for Thunderbolt here. Honestly, I was predicting a switch. I did not think he would leave his Salamence into a HP Ice. I generally did not see that coming. So Hyper Voice is going to kill Zapdos. Unfortunate because I could have just taken the Salamence with me and Zapdos wouldn't have had to die. Anyway, I just go for a Flash Cannon. I didn't see a need to go for like a Z move or anything. I think he was predicting me to go for a Z move, but usually I do actually. Usually around this time I pop it off early, but I didn't see a point. So Landorus is going to come in here, get an Intimidate. I don't think it matters. And I'm thinking here, alright, well, I really want to go for an Earthquake. So instead of protecting Aegislash, I don't see Aegislash taking any damage this turn. So I put in the Charizard because Charizard won't take any damage from Earthquake. And the only threat I really see on his team right now is the Coco. So I need that Coco dead, and I know Tailwind is going to help me kill it. So now with that Coco dead, since he can't protect again, he protected last turn, Charizard's going to be able to come in here freely and not take any damage. So it was a free switch because Dragon Pulse goes towards Landorus. I assume because he knows he's got like, he knows he's got a Tyranitar. I didn't know. He brings the Celesta Stealer, I think it's called. And yeah, Landorus Landorus didn't take too much damage. I mean, I got the Assault Vest, so Landorus is going to be pretty important to taking out the rest of his team. Charizard is going to just Mega Evolve. I decide to just overheat the Salamence. And I know that this guy is going to be like, oh, he's got Landorus, Charizard, so best option is to Wide Guard. For him to bring the Celesta Stealer in the way he did, it's obvious he wants to go for a Wide Guard. So I'm going to completely ignore that. I'm just going to be like, alright, well, that's not the play I'm going for. I'll go for a knockoff on the Steel type, because in case he tries to stall me later, I don't want any of that. And I'm just going to finally decide to kill this Salamence, because Salamence is doing my head in. Considering my Charizard runs no special attack investment, that was pretty like powerful stuff right there. I mean, it's in the sun. You don't mess with a Charizard in the sun, you know. Powerful Pokemon, man. Tailwind's gonna go ahead and finish. Brings the Tyranitar in, and I'm thinking here, well, Charizard's at -2, or I could recycle the Landorus for the Intimidate. So I'm thinking someone has to switch out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna switch Charizard out. Charizard's looking more useful. I need to change the weather back to sun, and it's my only answer to that Steel type as of now. So he goes for the Rock Slide. I assume that's what he's going to do. Since the Tailwind ran out, I can tell that Tyranitar is Choice Scarfed. So without Tailwind, Choice Scarf Tyranitar is going to go first. He gets a crit on my Landorus, which is quite annoying, but Superpower is going to be enough to finish it. The attack stat of Landorus plus ×4 super effective, that's going to be well over enough. Tyranitar is just going to go ahead and die to that, so I don't have to worry. If that crit did kill my Landorus, I just have to keep spamming Wide Guard because I know it's Choice Scarfed. So either way, I think at this point I had won the match since he let the Salamence die. So he's gonna just try to stall me out a bit, just get some health. Luckily for me, he doesn't have leftovers, so it's gonna help out. At this turn, I just wanted to finish the game as quickly as possible. So I'm just gonna go ahead and switch out Landorus so he doesn't try to protect Storm me and get more Leech damage off. And yeah, Charizard's gonna come back in, get the Drought up, and I'm just pretty much gonna finish this. At this point, I was just trying to hurry up, so I did pop the Z move on my Aegislash because I hadn't used it all game. He goes for the Leech Seed, misses, which is it just helps me out, speed these things up, because knowing him, he might have tried to go for another Protect Stall. I don't know why people do that sometimes. Like you know you've lost and you know there's no possible way of winning, but they just stall just a tiny bit. I guess that was just to be desperate. I don't know. So Aegislash, gonna go ahead, use the Z move, and pretty much I won this game. So that did give me a fair amount of points after, but some reason, even though the guy in front of me, Steven, only had just one more game than me, it didn't give me enough to overtake him. So as you'll see after this, I had to play another game. So once this guy actually does forfeit, my bad. So after him, I versed this player here with the Japanese name, and oh god damn, like in team preview, I was looking at this and I'm just like, what is this? I've not seen Clefairy yet in 18. I had one in 15, so I knew what they're capable of. But I've never come up against a Lohin, Persian, and Executree. I've never seen one. I don't really know what they're capable of. So I'm just gonna go ahead into the battle, and I'm just like, okay, well, just win this, alright? Just win this, and we're good, and we can get to the #1 spot. So this person comes at me, Persian Executree lead. I just stick with Landorus Thunderous because I honestly have no clue what's to come. And I'm thinking, alright, well, I know this move called Parent Shot. I know of it, and I know that Persian carries it because I think Persian gets like stabbed from it. But I didn't realize it was a non-damaging move. I always thought it was a damaging move. So I know Parent Shot's around. I don't really know what Executree does. I know it has a high special attack stat. I know it can hit like a truck. I don't know how fast it is. I don't really know its stats. I don't really use the Ultra Beasts. So he goes for the Fake Out. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I sure saw that coming. They usually have Fake Out. I see Tail Glow up in here, and I'm just like, what the hell? What? No. Really? What? I didn't even know it got Tail Glow. That's like, I mean, I set up Tailwind just to be safe, but that's just like, oh my god. I didn't. I was like, god damn it. Now I have a problem. Now I have like a +3 threat he's gonna go ahead and protect this turn, and I'm just like, okay, you have Tailwind and Protect, so Earthquake is not gonna be enough to like do anything about it. And I know this guy has like some pretty good support characters like the Clefairy. Clefairy could be an issue with the Friend Guard, follow me. So that thing can just keep setting up potentially. I go for the Earthquake Heatwave, trying to get someone killed. I tried to go for both. Personally avoids the Heatwave, which sucks. Here comes the Pouring Shot, and again I honestly thought this does damage and reduces your stats, but it just reduces your attack and special attack stat. So he's gonna go back, and I'm here like, please do not bring out that Clefairy, god damn it, because if that comes out I need to knock off that thing. He brings the Aegislash in, and I'm thinking, okay, well, he saw me use Heatwave Earthquake, he's probably gonna go for a Wide Guard again. So I bring back Landorus because I need Landorus at max attack. I don't want that attack drop. I bring out Metagross because I can assume that this guy only has 2 attacks. He goes for Wide Guard, and I'm predicting, well, I thought he might go for the HP Ice towards Metagross because, like I said, he only has 2 attacks. I'm assuming they're Thunderbolt, HP Ice. And I go for the Thunderbolt on the Aegislash since I have the Tailwind up. And I do get a nice crit here. And honestly, I was just trying to like do some damage or something. I thought Earthquake would be enough to kill it. So he goes for the Thunderbolt on my Zapdos, and it just takes it out like it's nothing, like it's a piece of paper, man. And I'm just like, okay, well, now, and the Beast Boost, man. Now that thing's at +4. So now I'm just like, I'm gonna pause the video a sec, because in my head, there was just, my brain went into overdrive. So here's what I was thinking. Alright, well, I've got 2 Pokemon left. If I bring in Tapu here, I can, if this guy's a smart player, I'm assuming he's a smart player, as soon as Tapu comes in, there's no reason for him to not protect. So if I double into the Executree, Aegislash is going to kill something. Aegislash is going to get a Shadow Ball or Ghost TMZ off on one of my Pokemon. It's going to be super effective. So I don't want that. I can bait the Protect and double into the Aegislash, and I will kill the Aegislash, which is good, but at this point I'm thinking, well, maybe I can use Aegislash to my favour, so I might circle back to that. But if I kill the Aegislash, I'm just going to have to deal with a Persian or even worse, a Clefairy, which I don't want to be dealing with. So I thought about it and I thought, nah, maybe I don't want to do that. And any scenario with Tapu in, like even if I just attack in each slot, it don't look good for me. Something's dying. So I'm thinking to myself, alright, maybe I should bring Landorus in. So if I bring Landorus in, Earthquake is just looking really, really good. You know, it's looking like an amazing move. But I will force the Wide Guard, which I won't get any damage off, and I'm going to have to protect the Metagross, because I don't want Metagross taking damage. So if I do this, then his Executree is probably just going to kill me with HP Ice, and I lose a Pokemon and he takes no damage. So Earthquake is not really a great option. I was thinking I could just double into the slot with like a knockoff Zen Headbutt, but then I remembered Metagross is faster than Landorus. So I mean, I don't know the stats of this thing, but judging that it has Tail Glow and knowing that it has a high special attack stat, I can strongly assume he's running max speed, like a nature boosted max speed, like Timid, and 252 HP, 252 speed. There's no reason to not be running max HP when your special attack stat is insanely high. I did check after the battle, and that's usually what they do, it's max HP, max speed. So I'm thinking, there's no reason, if I was this guy, there's no reason to not be holding a berry, because you need some sort of sustainability staying alive. So either it's going to have Citrus Berry or that like Wiki Berry that activates. And if I could knock off, get rid of the berry, and then kill it with the Zen Headbutt, it's fine. But Zen Headbutt will not kill this thing. I did a calc after the battle, and I was pretty sure at the time, Zen Headbutt is not enough to kill this Pokemon. Zen Headbutt will only activate the berry, and then Landorus can't do anything to it. Landorus can't kill it with a knockoff, and the superpower I doubt it's going to kill. So I know Zen Headbutt isn't enough, and I'm in a tight situation here. I'm just like, well, what can I do? So then I came up with an idea, considering my timer's about to run out. I only had 30 seconds to think of this. So then I'm like, okay, well, I know what I'm going to try to do. Hopefully it works out. So I bring in Landorus, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to bait that Wide Guard. I need that Wide Guard to happen. But I know Zen Headbutt is not enough to kill it, as I said before. So I get Intimidate off, which is actually good on my part, because he thinks I'm here to attack him. He thinks I'm here to stay. since I bring Landorus in on 2 special attackers. So I switch out Landorus, bring in the Tapu, and get the train up. So now his Aegislash is forced to go for the wide guard to not take any damage. I bring the train in, which means Zen Headbutt is going to get more damage out. So in the train, Zen Headbutt should be enough to one-hit KO, because a normal Zen Headbutt would do serious amount of damage. So that extra boost with the Psychic Train will be enough to one-hit KO, considering it's Psychic Train and Tough Claw, blah blah blah. I still do have Tailwind up, so there's no reason I know Metagross is not outspeeding here. Both my Metagross and Landorus was Jolly nature anyway, so I know speed is on my side. I know as long as I don't miss the Zen Headbutt, it's a kill. So I do manage to get the kill on Executory. No Berry was activated, which is awesome. And looking at that turn just there, I took no casualties. I managed to get rid of the threat. I took no damage, I took no casualty, and Aegislash missed the go because he used Wide Guard. So he protects the Clefairy here, and at this point I'm thinking, you know what, I've won, because that play saved me the game. That was the play of the game, man. So Zen Headbutt, gonna go hit the Aegislash because he's the threat. I know he can't protect, I know he's not gonna Wide Guard, so I just double into the Aegislash because I mean, I just assumed if he really wanted me to attack the Clefairy, he would just follow me, but he didn't. He protected it. I mean, maybe assuming I was gonna go for it anyway, but I double into the Aegislash, and at this point he's left with like 2 support characters really, so I'm pretty sure this guy forfeits at this point. So I do get the win, and I'm just like, alright, well now I get my spot in the ladder. So yeah, that was today's upload. Hope you lot enjoyed, and I'll see you lot in the next one.